$90 AOVs, almost $90 AOVs, which is incredible. I've not seen AOVs so high on any of our products. So almost $90 AOVs. So definitely recommend try the cross. It's a great Father's Day product. It's very good for any niche that targets men. Next, you have the graphic cross right here. And if you have a slick kind of graphic, a slick phrase, Bible quotes, as you can see, work really well on this one. Recommend you check this out too. This will sell for a little lower price point. Then you have the dog tag necklace, and this can be have a graphic on this as well, and you can also engrave the back. So what's cool about these products in particular is that you can sell the hero product for like $39.95 and then do like a $15 upcharge on the engraving. We see a lot of people make a lot of money on that. You really boost AOVs. Plus, what's cool is the engraving has almost a 50% take rate. Everybody gets the engraving. I think a lot of buyers feel like the product is almost incomplete if they don't add engraving. So very, very cool product. Highly recommend everybody check this out. And then you have the screwdriver keychain. This is a super unique product. It's perfect for men. I think this is going to sell boatloads in the run up to Father's Day here. It's a practical gift because it's got kind of a screwdriver. You've got the flathead and the Phillips screwdrivers on this keychain. Plus, you can have kind of a super dad kind of thing here. You can just put it right on this keychain. Many men are going to be more likely to use, to just wear something like this on a keychain than necessarily around their neck. So I highly recommend everybody check that out. And then we also have the dog tag keychain. So the dog tag itself is the same thing that goes on the necklace, like what you see up here, except we've attached it to a little key ring. So again, many men just are not going to wear jewelry. However, if you get them a keychain, it's something that can get some use every single day. These are really cool products. If you have your own Shopify store, highly, highly recommend adding these products as post-purchase upsells. You can offer some really great deals there, and you can move a lot of units. Just people adding it into their cart on their way out the door. So highly recommend experiment with those with post-purchase upsells. These will also be really popular on Etsy and Amazon because you'll be able to compete with a little lower price point. All right. So graphic cross, dog tag, screwdriver keychain, and the dog tag keychain. These are the products you want to go after. All right, let's talk about Father's Day just a little bit. It's already heating up. You can see this is a graph of the Father's Day trends for last year. So this is 2020, not 2021. This is 2020, and you can see that sales really started to pick up back here at the beginning of May, but by the middle of May, they were cooking. They were already cooking. They were already on the rise. Now is a fantastic time to get in there and start testing for Father's Day. We are already in May 21st, so we're about here on the graph. Last year, Father's Day was on June 21st. That's this line. This year, it's just one day earlier, right? It's on June 20th. So the chart should be relatively the same. We are here, right? Every single day, the clock ticks, all right? So now is a great time to start testing. Try to get in front of this curve here. Now, this is Google, right? So you can see that this is all the search volume for Father's Day gift for dad, gifts for Father's Day. This tells you when the demand really peaks. So everybody should get in there, start testing now. Start testing now, try to take advantage of Father's Day. We're already seeing Father's Day sales take off. We have Father's Day going right now. We have graduation going right now. We're seeing sales steadily increase every single day. Highly recommend get in there, check this out. Niches. Now, here's something that's a little interesting. Typically, if I'm selling a gift that is for a female, right? So husbands to wives, fathers to daughters, things like that. I usually like to go broad. I don't like to niche down my messages or anything like that. That's just me. However, when I'm doing another gift where it's a gift for a man, I do like to niche up. Now, the reason is because men are their hobbies. Men are their professions. How many people do you know that are men that are like, that's the video gamer, that's the fisherman, that's the firefighter, that's the executive. You know what I mean? Men are those things. It becomes woven into their identity. So wrapping that niche into the message card is a really powerful way to create a unique gift, a unique offering that if somebody knows that kind of person, that kind of father, they'll be willing to pick up. So for example, if there's an individual, a man, a father that's super deep into fishing, and you just happen to make a message card that just hits that fishing niche perfectly, right? You've created a unique gift, a unique opportunity. You're in the right place at the right time in the run up to Father's Day. It's a gift they can't find in stores. If there's a daughter out there, or even a son, that has a father like that, they're going to be very, very likely to snatch it up. So I highly recommend niching up or niching down when you're doing your Father's Day product. So here are some niches that you can kind of focus on. So some of the common ones: fishing. Fishing is huge. It's a gigantic niche. Hunting is another big one. Motorcycles. When I think motorcycles, I think like the big roadster bikes. You know, my dad actually is real into this. He has like the Harley Davidson, the do-rag, and all that stuff. He's real big into this particular niche. You have firefighters and policemen and first responders. That's a big one. New dad. New dad is actually huge. This is a huge niche, not just for Father's Day, but this is surprisingly big. And oftentimes you'll see the same phrases that work for new moms work for new dads. Blew my mind when I saw that too, but it's true. It does absolutely work. You have truckers. Truckers, I believe, is the largest profession in the United States. There are a lot of truckers out there, a lot of trucker dads. They spend tons and tons of time on the road. And a cool gift, like a keepsake type gift, something they can hang from the rear view mirror like a cross, would make a really cool item. All right, construction workers, programmers, athletes, and the list goes on and on and on. And some of these can even be niched down further. I mean, for athletes, for example, you have basketball players, football players, all that kind of stuff. So your imagination, you can let your imagination run wild on the niches. Now, when it comes to the testing method, you've probably seen this one before if you watch Mother's Day. I really like the wishing well method. It's a good entry point, especially if you're new to Facebook ads, and it's super simple to set up. You create one CBO campaign with a $25 a day budget. It can be $25, $30, somewhere around there. You create 5 ad sets, and each of the ad sets can have a duplicate or a unique interest. We'll get into interest targeting in just a second, but you can have a duplicate or a unique interest. So what I mean by that is all 5 of these ad sets can all have the same interest, or they can all have different interests. That's all I mean by duplicate or uniques. I do like to set a minimum ad spend on these ad sets. I usually use some fraction of the total budget. I won't get into all the math here. If I'm going $25 a day, I like to use like $1.25 a day. You do $2 a day. It's not like it's the end of the world. The big goal here is that you want to force Facebook to spend a little bit on every single ad set and every single interest so that it can collect data and optimize correctly. That's all I'm trying to do with that. If you don't, Facebook will sometimes try to optimize your ad spend on the ad sets based on like 10 impressions for some of these. And I never really understand that. So I try to force Facebook to spend a little bit of money, collect a little bit of data, because I feel like that helps the algorithm optimize better. And then for your ad, you got to use your best image and the best copy. So where you get that is you need to do research, look at other ads that are clearly working because they'll have social proof. There will be some evidence of sales there. And you're going to want to try to copy, imitate a lot of what they're doing that is making that ad successful. So look at the image, look at the ad copy, things like that. There's a ton of shine-on products out there, tons of them in spy tools all over the place. We're not the only people selling jewelry in town. So you need to take a stab at the best ad image and the best ad copy that you possibly can. I like to keep things short and sweet. So what I like to do is I like to say, hey, daughters, would your father love this? Grab yours here for $20 off. And then I'll have a link to the product, and then I'll use an ad image that clearly shows the product. It needs to be big and kind of in their face. As soon as I have some sales going on, I'll switch and try to create some UGC ads. UGC style ads stand for user-generated content. So I'll try to actually order or sample the product myself, and I will literally take pictures of it with my cell phone. I won't even edit it, and I'll just throw it in ads manager to see how it goes. And believe it or not, those UGC images usually work really well. So when it comes to your interests and the targeting, that is some good coffee. Whoops. Choked a little bit. That is some good coffee right there. When it comes to your actual interests, so what I recommend is, so look, don't take fishing necessarily as an example here. We're going to come back to that in just a second, so just bear with me. What I'm really trying to show you on this slide is how to use Facebook's suggested interest feature here to generate ideas for you when you're doing your targeting. So just for an example's sake, I have fishing plugged in here, and then when I click suggestions, Look at all the stuff Facebook just gives me for free. These are other ideas: recreational fishing, outdoor recreation, hunting, camping, fishing rod, fishing line, fishermen, fishing tackle, angling, and on and on and on. I could have scrolled down this list. These are other interests that these people have in common. And what's really neat is if you do fishing, and then I come down here and add fishing rod, for example, the whole algorithm it reprocesses all of that, and it gives you a new list of suggestions down here. So it's pretty cool. It's a really neat feature. It offers dynamic ideas to you right off the fly. So definitely use this when you're coming up with ideas for your interests. Now, when it comes to what you target for your interests, again, don't use fishing here. This is just an example, okay? This is just an example. When it comes to what you actually target, this is very important. You have to do what we call reverse targeting, okay? Reverse targeting. Most of the time, depending on what you're selling to the actual buyer, right? Meaning you're not selling a gift most of the time on Facebook and things like that. If you're drop shipping, if you're in another product category, things like that, you're not selling a gift per se. People are buying something they see in an ad for themselves. The way Shine On is a little different in gift giving in general, you have to do reverse targeting because you're not actually targeting the receiver, the person that's into fishing. You're actually targeting the buyer, which might be the daughter of the person that's into fishing. You have to target the daughter, okay? So this is where things can get a little bit tricky, right? Because if you've created a product that's like got a fishing message card and it's in that niche, and you go, well, shoot, that's who it's for. But how do I target somebody that has a dad like that? Well, it's a little bit tricky and it requires some testing, but I'm going to try to give you some tips. So if you look at this is a Venn diagram of interests, right? So you can see over here, I've got the daughter, right? Remember, the daughter is the buyer. The daughter is who you need to target. And then over here, I've got kind of the father, okay? And I've got some interests that each of them might have in this example. You can see here the daughter is interested in knitting, interested in friendship, interested in shopping, that kind of thing. And it can be any list of things, guys, and there might be 100 different interests Facebook has tagged this individual with. And then over here, you've got the father who likes hunting and fishing, and he's a truck driver, and he likes watching NFL on Sundays, right? And you can see in the middle, they have one common interest, and that's country music, right? And the way I'm thinking through this, right, is I want to target a daughter who's very likely to have a father that is into fishing, right? Well, where does a lot of fishing, not all of it, but where does a lot of fishing take place? Probably in rural areas, right? Probably in rural areas. Maybe not all of it, but some of it, right? Well, what is kind of common between people, men and women, that live in more rural areas? Well, maybe they like country music, right? And look, this is just one way to solve this problem. It doesn't have to be this way. You could literally run your ads to these kinds of interests, to knitting, to friendship, to shopping, to country music, to fast food restaurants, to whatever it is, Walmart, to Walgreens. Like, you could literally make a list of things that you think daughters who have fathers that are into fishing may like, right? You can literally make a list and then do all of your testing. And it does not have to be something like country music per se. The big takeaway here from these three slides, is that you're going to have to do quite a bit of testing. And I would highly recommend you try to think through how you target the buyer, how you do this reverse targeting, right? So if this person's a truck driver, you probably need to sit there and go, what if you're a daughter and your dad's a truck driver, what are some interests that you as a daughter might have that might be unique to you so I can find you in a pocket of buyers? And you're going to have to solve this problem based on your particular niche. Don't overthink it. If you have to go broad, Facebook's algorithm is very sophisticated now, and it can actually help you hone in on your target audience. So you don't have to overthink of it. Don't let this intimidate you. The big takeaway here is you should test. You should test a bunch of interest in different ad sets, right, to figure out where your pockets of buyers are. When you have the interest dialed in, like let's say shopping for whatever reason is getting you a really good ROAS and is profitable, well, that's when you can come back up here to a method like this, and you can create duplicate ad sets where all of these are shopping, right? Where every single one of them targets shopping. Or if you're just starting out and you're trying to find the pocket of profitable buyers, you might use the unique interest, knitting, shopping, country music, whatever, right? So I hope that makes sense. And we're going to do some Q&A in a minute. So if I lost anybody there, you're going to have time to ask me a few questions. All right, let's talk about some free message cards we've got coming your way for Father's Day. So one of the things with Father's Day I think you can try is being funny, right? It's a gift to a dad. Guys aren't very sentimental. I remember going to buy cards for my dad on Father's Day or his birthday or whatever. I always go to the funny ones at the store. Sometimes I get the ones that make noise or whatever. But the sentimental thing didn't really jive with him. It never really jived with me. So I had to get something kind of in jest, just to kind of laugh and all that kind of stuff, but still tell him Happy Father's Day or whatever it was. Well, I think that will work actually on message cards too. So here's one. And by the way, these are all free. We're going to give you the Canto link in a minute. It says, to my dad, you're the man who can make a room laugh and make a room cry all at the same time. Thank you for being the world's best farter. I mean father. And you can see there's a guy over here and he's ripping one. So kind of funny. I thought it was kind of funny. Here's another one if you want to go into the fishing niche. To my fishing dad, thanks for always being there to help me tackle life's problems. You're a real legend. Happy Father's Day. So tackle, real, play on words there. It's in the fishing niche. It's a perfect, unique kind of gift. You're not going to find it in Walmart or anything like that. And then here's another one. To my hunting dad, when I asked you for a couple bucks, this is not what I had in mind. Happy Father's Day anyway. So this is like for a dad that's just obsessed with hunting, constantly bringing home game meat and things like that. So pretty cool. Here's some other ideas. I'm not going to go through each and every one of these. These will all be given to you for free in a Canto link. But you can see we have some for the graphic cross. We have some for the graphic dog tag. We have this one over here, which is pretty cool. It's a buyer upload one. Again, I think this would work really well for the new fathers niche. We've got some other message card jewelry down here. And I'm going to let you, we're going to share the link. I'm going to let you kind of spend some time on those. All right. Now we are ready for some Q&A. So load up some of your questions, and we will spend a little bit of time. I got about 15 minutes here, and we'll try to answer some of your questions. This Bitly link that you see on your screen is the link to Canto. So this is where you can get all those designs for free. After this is over, I'm actually going to go back to the post. As always, you'll be able to download all of these slides, and I'm also going to update the post with the Canto link. All right, any questions here? Now is the time to ask them. There's a little bit of a lag between you and me, so I'll try to go through these in just a minute. Joy laughed at the Father's Day card. Facebook user says, funny ones for dads are great. Yeah, I agree. I think those will smash this Father's Day. Absolutely. All right, questions. Warranty with manual orders on the Shopify app, the product of the watch. Can I have an SVG and assign just small area for personalization? That's a great question. I don't know exactly. We're still building out this particular product. What's the first part of this question? Warranty with manual orders on the Shopify app. Oh, I think you're asking if we're going to be offering warranty on the Shopify app. The answer is yes, we're just not there yet. We're going to be building all of that out. We have a huge roadmap here towards the end of the year with lots and lots and lots of tech features coming your way. I don't want to tease too many of them right now, but they're going to blow your mind. Everything you can imagine. We're going to have lots of on-page upsells on the app and on the platform. So we're going to get those app AOVs up. Again, 3-digit AOVs by the end of this year. That is our goal. We want 3-digit AOVs to be commonplace in the Shine On ecosystem. So we are on our way there. All right. Am I wasting my time and money testing products on Snapchat? No, the answer is no, definitely not. Snapchat's just a little different animal. It takes more time for the Snapchat pixel and algorithm to get dialed in, I've noticed, than it does Facebook. One of the things I recommend is install the Snapchat pixel now, run ads on Facebook, get a bunch of sales, let that pixel collect a bunch of data, then go try to do your Snapchat ads a little bit later, after it's had some time to collect data. But still, Snapchat takes a while. The other thing is the targeting is more important with Snapchat. Again, the algorithm is not as sophisticated as with Facebook, so you have to really tell Snapchat what to target. So it just takes some time. You have to play with your ad creatives. Your ad creatives are super important. You should be getting swipe ups for very, very cheap, definitely less than 10 cents. I think you need to be down in the very low digits on your swipe ups. So there's just, look, Snapchat's just a different animal. It takes a lot of testing, but no, you're not wasting money. You're not wasting money on it at all. We've had many sellers be successful on Snapchat. So great question. Well, the new product showed today be available on the Shopify app. Well, the only one not available, to my knowledge, is the watch. So if there's another one not available, I'd like you to share it here in the chat, and we'll look into that. How will the watch ship in a standard box? I believe we source special boxes for those. Shine on the page, or speaking for the group, something like that, did post a link to the Canto files. So if you're looking for those, scroll through the chat, you'll find them. Let's see. Looking forward to Father's Day sales? Yeah, buddy. Love it. How often do you do this live? Every Friday, 2 p.m. Central Time. Coffee hot and ready. Then we post it on YouTube as well. But it's much better live. There's something a little different about it being live. It makes your whole weekend better. It really just, I don't know, it elevates the entire day. The entire day. I constantly get feedback from everybody that says, hey, I was having a crummy week. Then I had coffee with Michael with you, and everything just turned around for the better. So take that for what it is. Highly recommend you make it live. Let's see. Have you thought about doing some Viking-style jewelry? We actually have a product idea submission form, something or other. You can submit some of those ideas, and we will take a look at them. The form is a little bit lengthy. We want to make sure that the product ideas are submitted, actually have a track record of sales and things like that. Hopefully somebody from my team will post that in the chat, and you can feel free to go suggest some products. We love to hear back from our community on that. Whoa, I lost the boat. Whoa, the chat is really taking off here. Let's see. Do you target sons and wives as well? Yeah, absolutely. I like targeting wives, a little more than sons, because wives typically will buy for their daughters, right? Like moms will typically buy for their daughters to get something for their dad, right? So they're the wife's husband. But then also the wife also has a father, and the wife will typically be the buyer for the wife's father and for the husband's father. So you can potentially get 3 purchases out of that targeting. I always love going after. I like targeting wives with my Facebook ads. So I was trying to think of the most G-rated way to say that. I like targeting wives with my Facebook ads, because especially on Mother's Day and Father's Day, because they're worth 2-3 purchases sometimes. So it's a fantastic play on that. Now, sons is an interesting one. So it's a little harder to crack that particular niche, but if you do, you'll have a corner, because not many people go after it. So I've seen people be ultra successful in those kinds of niches, particularly because it's like they just struck gold. They just hit it right. The product was perfect for the particular niche. They didn't have a lot of competition and that kind of thing. All right, let's keep going here. I got about 10 minutes left. What is the price on the watch? Will there be other colors, gold or silver, coming for Christmas? Yeah, gold or silver may be coming for Christmas. I don't think we plan on it right now. We're kind of waiting to see how the launch goes and all of that. The price point on the watch, we're still working out, but you're going to get good, healthy margins on it, especially for Facebook. Let's see. Does a Shopify coupon code work on Shina's checkout page? So on the platform, you actually have the ability to go to your product. I believe it's in the purchase experience section again on the right, and you can actually choose to display a coupon code on your Shine On product. So it's a pretty cool feature. You should go check that out. Let's see. I'm wondering if I went overboard the screwdriver keychain designed for Father's Day, made more than 10. Is there a limit on the number of designs you can create for a single product in one niche? No, absolutely not. All I would say is test You want to test the message. The message is like the most important part. Like always emphasize the message or the phrase over the design. So I'd rather see you test 10 phrases than to test one phrase with 10 different designs. The phrase is literally everything in our particular niche. The design is great. It can complement the phrase. It can appeal to a different audience. It can raise perceived value. It can do all those things. But if that phrase is no good, you're not going to make any sales. So highly recommend. Testing is what this game is all about, by the way. It can literally take, it can literally take 50 products to find the one product where you go 6 figures, right? That is the game that we are in. Every product that you put out is a learning experience. You're buying data, you're letting the market tell you what it's interested in. And hopefully over time, as you gain knowledge and you get better, you'll hit more and more winners, more and more frequently. So it'll take you less tests to get you another winner. Now, in those products, I said it takes 50 to get you a really big winner. In those products, a good majority of them will still get sales and be break even, but they may not be a 6-figure product. So you've got to get out there, you have to put in the work, and you have to do lots and lots of testing. Is there some place where the Shine On platform is explained? Yeah, we have YouTube videos. If you sign up for the platform itself, there's actually a whole walkthrough series. There's like 10 videos. And then we also have something called Shine On You. John, if you're still watching, if you could put a link to Shine On You in the chat, it'd be super helpful. But yeah, you can gain all the information you ever need about Shine On, what we offer, how you can get started. Super easy. By the way, I think it's the best entrepreneurial opportunity in the history of the world. You literally have the ability to create an account for free in like 60 seconds, take an idea in your head, put it on a product for free using a tool like Canva. You get to upload it to our platform, put it on a product that you don't have to hold inventory for, so there's absolutely no risk on your part. We assume all of that risk. Then you get to sell it to a huge, broad audience of people that you've never met before using distribution channels that are as large as a Walmart, a Target, or a Costco for literally pennies on the dollar. It is, I'm telling you, it is the best entrepreneurial opportunity in the history of the world. I welcome anybody to challenge me on that. I've never seen anything like this. So I highly recommend don't sit on this. If you're interested in what Shine On is, dig in. There's a lot of information out there. We're trying to make this as easy as possible for entrepreneurs to get started. It's an incredible opportunity. We have people that quit their 9-to-5 jobs selling Shine On products. We have stay-at-home moms that earn big, nice side incomes on it. We have people with full-time jobs that just earn big side incomes on it. Literally, wherever you're at, whatever walk of life, you can make this work for you. So highly recommend, dig in there, take Shine On You, consume a lot of free content. We'll get you started. You can also have a course. ShineOn100k.com is where you can buy the course. It's $500 and it will walk you through step by step this entire industry, right? I'll show you Shine On, show you the platform, show you how to do research, show you how to create message cards, show you how to set up your testing, show you how to understand Facebook, all of that. ShineOn100k.com is another incredible resource if you'd like to pay and invest in your education. All right, can you put the same pixel on different platforms? Yes, you can. So you can have a pixel on the platform. You can also have a pixel on the app. You might be asking me if you can put the pixel on our platform and then like another print-on-demand platform. I probably wouldn't recommend that. You might be able to, but a lot of times, depending on the product, you're going to have a different buyer demographic going after the product. And sometimes even the difference in the price on the products can affect that. So I would recommend maybe keeping those separate. One thing though, look guys, we sell super high quality stuff. We ship in the United States. It takes like 2 to 7 days for your customer to get it. We offer world-class customer support. I challenge anybody to call our 1-800 number and actually talk to one of our support reps. We provide, literally world-class service here for basically free. Many of our competitors, though, do not. So many of our competitors, they have slow shipping. The product quality, it feels like it came out with gumball machines. Sometimes it breaks during shipping. Sometimes it just takes freaking forever. They don't have a phone number that you can call. Their customer support takes weeks to get back to you. If you are selling Shine On and one of our competitor products from the same Facebook page, you may get low feedback scores from a competitor product, and if your score drops below, I believe it's a 3, it might be a 2, Facebook will actually take your page down. They won't let you advertise anymore. So highly recommend, really vet out whichever print-on-demand companies you go with. I know you're safe with Shine-On. I can't vouch for any of the others out there, so really vet them out to make sure that you're selling good, high-quality jewelry on your Facebook page isn't going to take a hit. I have 5 minutes here. We'll do 2 more quick questions, maybe just one, depending on how much I ramble. When is the watch going to be available in the Shopify app? Soon. We're aiming for next week. Will Shine-On provide UGC for the Father's Day products? Shut up today. Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll try to get some UGC stuff built right into the platform as like normal product renderings. Why can't I set up conversion? That's a technical one I'm not going to be able to get into. Here's a great one. We'll end on this. Hi, Michael. Is it still profitable with Facebook ads? Absolutely, yes, it is. But we're finding AOVs are becoming more and more important. So you need to be able to have high AOVs to compete with higher CPMs. And it's also very important to have good retargeting. Now, thankfully with Shine-On, we do free retargeting for you. We also have abandonment flows, SMS abandonment flows. We have push notifications. So if you bring a customer into the funnel, they add to cart, or they get through checkout, and then they bounce, we will actually go hunt these people down for you and try to convert the sale on your behalf. The reason the higher AOVs are important is because Facebook CPMs have gotten higher and higher every year. I actually think 2021 might be an anomaly where it flattens out, because I think many advertisers may start to explore other platforms due to iOS 14. However, and that was the other thing, is with iOS 14, the tracking data, the attribution data not being as great, it can make the cost to acquire customers a little higher. But thankfully at Shine-On, we literally are seeing people regularly hit. It's not the norm yet. It's not the average, but we're seeing people regularly hit 3-digit AOVs. In fact, I had some screenshots I meant to share with you today, and I forgot to put them in this slide, where we had some sellers. They sold the product. They got the warranty upsell. There was some other upsell that was taken on the product page. Then in post-purchase, they ended up buying some of the post-purchase items, and their AOVs were like $119 or something like that. So, I mean, it's pretty incredible. Having those AOVs is an incredible way to protect your margin and stay competitive on Facebook. Also, with Shine-On platform in particular, we have a new analytics feature coming very, very soon. It's just around the corner. We're going to be able to do UTM tracking on your ads. So even though Facebook may not report attribution data back into Ads Manager, you're still going to be able to see which of your ads are the most profitable and making the sale with our UTM tracker. So there's more to come on that. That's going to be free for you right inside of the Shine-On platform, just right inside the analytics page. That is just around the corner, and it's going to be amazing. Okay, everybody. 2 minutes left. Let me read a few comments here, and then we are going to wrap up. I signed up for Shine-On 100K last week. Super helpful. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate the feedback on that. Thank you very much. Let's see. Beth says, me too. Awesome course and training. Thank you, Beth. Appreciate that. I do plan on updating that soon. We may even fire up the weekly calls again. Stay tuned for that. Necklaces are gorgeous. Customer bought 3 of them after the first purchase. Yes. That right there is why Shine-On is so amazing. Literally. If you're exploring other print-on-demand companies, I just do one thing. I challenge you on this. Do one thing. Just order their products. That is all you have to do. Order their products, order our products, set them side by side. There's literally no contest between what we're offering and what they're offering. I've sold with other competitors before, and I literally had a conflict of conscience. I started to feel like I was stealing from my customer because the product I was sending out was so cheap. And I was charging $34.95 for it, and the product was so cheap. I was having conflicts within myself. Like, it didn't feel ethically okay. And I was super happy when I found Shine-On, because the products are solid, they're heavy, they feel really good in the hand. The print quality is amazing. All you got to do, order from us, order from competitors. The proof is in the pudding. Okay. Georgie says, Shine-On changed my life. Me too, buddy. Me too. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, everybody. It's 3 o'clock my time. I got to wrap this up. I got another call to jump to. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you enjoyed Coffee with Michael today. We will see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody, and happy selling. Take care.